Hey, welcome to Real Estate Heat TV. This is your boy, real estate coach and mentor, Anthony Legins. And I am so excited, man. I'm so excited to be kicking off season 2 of Real Estate Heat TV. We got more shows to come coming soon. And this is the inaugural episode of my new show called Ask Anthony. This is the Ask Anthony show. And this show is going to be dedicated to my fellow real estate agents. Now, I'm not going to disregard the wholesalers or newbies that are looking to get into real estate and may have some questions, but this show is going to be completely focused on my fellow real estate agents and different things that I've learned over the course of my over 17 years experience. Because if you didn't know, I got licensed in real estate back in 2004, and I became a licensed real estate broker in 2010. So I've been doing this for a while. So I have a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge, a lot of stories to share. So this is going to be a lot of different information, answering any questions that you may have, sharing different stories and things of that nature that can motivate you and keep you moving forward on that path of success. Because one thing I know about you, if you're a licensed real estate agent, is that you're serious about your real estate career. You're serious because you took the time not just to pay, because as we all know, the real estate class isn't that expensive. I mean, I think last time I checked, it was like maybe less than $150, definitely less than $200. So the class isn't that expensive and relative to the return that you can receive from becoming licensed. But as you may know, as a new real estate agent, all they really teach you is about the business, the law, the math, ethics, but they don't teach you how to do deals. I was so surprised as a new real estate agent when I went to get my real estate license that they didn't teach me anything about selling real estate. Technically, as far as doing the purchase agreements and the paperwork and things of that nature. So when I first got started in my career, I started with a company called Real Estate One. Now, they had an office in Detroit on Grand River Avenue, a subdivision called Rosedale Park. It was right across the street from this McDonald's. I grew up in that neighborhood, so I used to always, see that Real Estate One. And I had actually went up there as a young fella because I heard about HUD homes and you could buy HUD homes for $500. And I actually went up there and talked to one of the agents. And I was a young guy. I was pretty young at that time, but I was interested. But anyhow, I ended up getting my license and working for Real Estate One in Detroit. And I didn't know anything. I mean, after I got my license, I didn't know who I was going to sell a house to. I really didn't even know how to fill out a basic purchase agreement. So what Real Estate One had at that time was this class called a marketing class, and they may still offer it. It was a great class, though. I enjoyed it tremendously. The teacher, I believe it was Rick Conley. He's a great guy, man. Rick, man, I like Rick, man. Great teacher, excellent teacher. And he's still teaching as far as I know. But anyhow, so I took the marketing class, and that's when I learned how to fill out the purchase agreement and the different types of forms that we use as a real estate agent and to do transactions and just different role playing and scenarios and a lot of beneficial things. And that was basically, I guess you could say, that was like my coaching. You know what I'm saying? So that was really all I had to lean on, though. And from there, I just went kind of gung-ho. I just went full steam ahead. And actually, after bumping my head and just chasing down every lead and just going after everything, I ended up getting $5 million in sales in my first year. And then I did it again in my second year. So 10 million sales in my first 2 years in real estate, without a mentor, without a coach, without anybody teaching me, learning on my own. And, there's a lot of things looking back that I would do differently now. And I think that if I would have known what I know now with that same energy and that same drive starting off. If I had a coach or a mentor, I could have easily doubled my sales, easily, because there's a lot of things that I would look back saying, you know, looking back at the 2004 Anthony Legins, I would tell me to do things a lot different. Even though I was successful overall, there's a lot of things that I did that weren't completely beneficial as far as saving time and saving money, and just, you know, just a lot of things that I probably would have did different. And I'll tell you one-on-one if you're interested. So, like I said, this show is called Ask Anthony. I ask you to send me your questions. I'll put my email down below. You can comment down below. You know, shoot me your questions, because I truly am a wealth of knowledge. I mean, I don't like to brag on myself a lot, but the fact is, you know, I've been doing this for over 17 years. I've been an investor. I've bought, sold, and fixed and flipped a lot of properties myself. So I'm not just a broker per se as far as helping other people get into homes. I've also bought, sold, and fixed and flipped a lot of properties myself. And I'm also a licensed builder. So been a licensed builder since 2015. And so I have a lot of knowledge on the construction angle. So if you have some questions even about fixing and flipping in that process there, I'll answer that. But, you know, I just noticed that my recent closings, it seems like the agents aren't really, I would say, as experienced as I would feel like they should be. So say, for example, I was dealing with an agent on a commercial deal that I closed a couple weeks ago. And he had a question to me while we were sitting there at the closing about, have I ever worked with wholesalers before? And I told him, yes, I've worked with wholesalers. You know, it's not my preference. I don't have any problem with wholesalers. I've done a lot of deals with wholesalers. I love wholesalers, you know, especially the ones that are doing it the right way. The ones that are experienced know what they're doing. The newer wholesalers that just jump in without any knowledge or understanding the real estate, just think that, you know, they watched a couple videos and they go full steam ahead. I really can't. I really don't have the time to, you know, work with those type of wholesalers, because I have actual buyers and sellers that I'm working with directly. But anyhow, he asked me about working with a wholesaler, and he's been licensed for a few years and had never worked with a wholesaler before. And the questions that he was asking me, I'm like, well, hey man, did you talk to your broker about that? I'd run that by my broker. You know, I'm not going to get into the details about the scenario, but it was something that he should have been talking to his broker about, is what the bottom line is. But when I asked him about it, he was like, nah, you know, my broker's busy, and, you know, I want to have everything put together before I take it to them. And, you know, he just felt uncomfortable approaching his broker. And I'm like, okay. Maybe you should consider a coach. And I didn't say that to him at the closing, rather. However, that was like in my mindset, because listen, everybody needs somebody that they can talk to, somebody that they can ask questions, somebody that's not in the transaction. You know, I used to work, and I still do, work for international companies and consult for them in regards to real estate and even their transactions, even as a third party outside consultant, where I'm not even a part of the deal, where I'm not representing the seller or the buyer. They're just coming to me, asking me for consultation, okay? And I get that a lot with a lot of real estate agents also. You need somebody, your broker is busy. I understand that. You don't want to bother your broker. You don't want to feel like you're inexperienced, or you know, you don't want to talk to it about another agent, you know, talk about it with another agent in your office, because let's face it, they're busy trying to build their own brand. They may give you a couple pointers here and there, but they're focused on their business. And you should be focused on your business. And the best way to do that is by having a coach or a mentor, a real life person that you get on the phone, ask about any scenario that you're dealing with. And more than likely, if you're calling me, I've dealt with it. I've dealt with countless scenarios. I've sold easily close to 1,000 properties out here. So that's a lot of deals over the years. And we're talking about tens and tens and tens of millions of dollars where I've just kind of lost track of how many sales I've had. I mean, you know, it's just something that I do. But, you know, I really want to lend my experience and my knowledge and share it with you. I want you to ask me your questions. I want you to drop a line. I want you to shoot me an email. Let me help you out. I really just have a passion. I really just want to help you out. I want you to be successful. I want you to take your career to the next level that you're trying to take it to, because I've been where you're at. You know, when I started my real estate career, I don't really share this story a lot, but people that know, okay? When I started my career, I had a busted up 1990 purple Saturn. And I'm talking about, it was beat up, like it had been hit on the side. It was, I mean, it was just messed up, you know? And that's the kind of car I was driving when I first got started, you know? And then I was out here just chasing down every lead, pulling up on people. And I got embarrassed one time because I was showing this house and it was like a few $100,000 house. And it was in Indian Village, which is a beautiful area of Detroit that's known for their beautiful homes and even mansions in that area, okay? So I pulled up and the client was scared to get out the car. And so I jumped out the car and I'm dressed, you know, I had the clothes. So, I mean, I was dressed for the part, but my car wasn't for the part. And the client actually told me like, man, I didn't know if you was here to sell me a house or if you was here to rob. And I'm like, man, I was so embarrassed, man. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I didn't let that stop me because I'm like, man, I got to get a better car. You know, so I kept hustling and I got some sales under my belt and kept going. And I ended up getting a Chevy Blazer. And I remember I love that SUV, man, that Chevy Blazer. I put some 20-inch rims on it. I thought I was just big time out here, okay? So, you know, and then eventually I was able to elevate to where I was able to buy Mercedes and Lexus and BMWs and Range Rover. I mean, just all different types of things. But that's just, you know, irregardless, that's just from coming from the beginning to where I'm at today. And it was a long, hard journey along the way, but I want to share with you my knowledge, share with you my experience, let you know that it's possible for you to be successful, to don't give up. I want to show you some things that could possibly help save you some time and help make you some extra money. So drop me a line, ask me a question, hit me up. This is Ask Anthony Show, the inaugural show, kicking off season 2, Real Estate Heat TV. I'm so excited, man. Thank you, Real Estate Heat TV, for the Ask Anthony Show, baby. I'm so excited. So send me your questions, drop your comments below, and I'll talk to you soon. My name is Real Estate Coach and Mentor Anthony Legins. Peace.